Hey, party people. It's Cliff. And you know what the stupidest question is on that I've ever seen on Reddit? It's where would you hide something in your home where nobody would find it? And if you just and it got like number 1 on Reddit for for days, which is impressive. And people were saying, "Oh, I hide my thing here. I hide my thing there." And I'm like, "You realize what you're doing? You're telling people exactly where you hide things." And so now that entire like thread is basically, oh well, now it's going to be given to the government or the police if they search your home, or a criminal if they go in and rob you, that they're going to be looking at those places. You just revealed your hiding spot, which is dumb. Oh man, that's silly. You know what else was silly? I forgot to hit record on the camera, and I was just talking to nobody, which is what I do all the time. But I've quit Reddit before. Well, actually, no, I quit Reddit a long time ago, about 5 years now, and I only know it because of it in passing. I think it used to be the go-to place because it was a place of where you could actually find real answers and talk to real people. I don't know how it is today, but I know that I had left because the owners of it, they did that thing like a while ago where I don't know, they screwed over like the community in some way, and then everybody was just like, no, this is bullshit. And then I was just like, nope, I checked out, burned all my posts, and just like completely got out of there. Oh, stop beeping at me, car. But that was the thing, is I think quitting Reddit gave me that perspective of like, wow, why did I spend my time on here? Now, to be fair, I did learn a great deal of stuff on Reddit that sort of helped out with some life stuff, and not like personal like life stuff like growing or anything like that, but how to tie my shoes differently so that the laces would stay on. I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat, or not Wall Street bets, but learning a little bit more about finances and investing, and those like little nuggets of info. But you really can't take anything nowadays at face value. You have to combine your experiences and combine the things that you read online and filter out like the silly stuff and the stupid stuff. Just like, where would you hide something in your home where nobody would find it? I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, is this really what our world's come down to? But I digress. I don't know how Reddit is now, but I just know that without it, save time. And I think it gets replaced. Like, I was never an Instagram person, but now I sort of browse Instagram when I'm on the toilet. It's kind of like the only time I do it too, because I'm, trying to do two things at once. Multitask, as they say. This girl in the bike is like, whoa, stop, don't brake, car. Fuck. I can drive the car. Well, even though the brake test like worked, so that's good, but still, like, it needs to chill out. The guy was turning. And it was another time where I was trying to accelerate to get around the car, and then it also paused the accelerator. I mean, I could turn it off, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Nowadays. And that's a perfect example of our topic today. It's like, you gotta, sometimes you let the thing do it. It helps. It helps out. Like the car safety features, like, they help you out. But sometimes you got to be like, no, stop it. Like, don't do this, please. Because eventually, like, you're going to have to make your own decisions. You're going to have to, like, filter out all the bullshit in the world to like focus in on the thing that, either you want to do, or the thought, or the 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 conception of an idea, and not to let yourself get lost in those worlds, right? That running joke of the Harry Potter in the first movie where the mirror of truth or whatever it is, it shows you what your life could have been like. And men waste away in front of this mirror for their entire lives, like looking at it. And I'm like, yeah, that's the internet, that's Reddit. So yeah, like quitting Reddit, it's weird because like one of the things that I always think is like when you pay off debt, completely different topic but similar. When you pay off debt and you don't have any and you don't owe anybody anything, and all your finances are manageable, when you pay off your debt, you still have this feeling like you owe somebody something, and it doesn't go away for it goes away after about a month or a month and a half. Sometimes it doesn't go away. Sometimes you still have that feeling of like, oh, I got to pay my bill, or oh, I got to do this. I think it was the same thing after I graduated college, where I turned in my last exam. And then after I turned in my last exam, I was like, yes, I'm done. And then, 3, 4, 5 weeks later, I was still like, I have to go to class. Like, oh, I got to register. No, it was I got to register for next semester. And I'm like, no, wait, I graduated. And so a lot of those moments in life where, a big change happens. And this was one of the things with Reddit too, was where, oh gosh, that's giving me a lane departure warning. Come on, car. I can drive myself. But yeah, it's one of those things where like, with quitting Reddit, I never felt any of that. It was just like one day I was just like not going there anymore, and then nothing. And it goes to show that like, I guess if you want to take it this way, things that are very important to you, things that matter, things that, in your life like had significance, will have that lingering effect, right? Like paying off debt is a huge, thing. Buying a house, or moving out of a house is a huge thing. Probably getting married, probably getting divorced, it has a huge impact. But Reddit didn't. It was just like, it was just there, and then it was gone, and then I don't even think about it. It doesn't even like come up in my mind. And it only came up in my mind like, this time around, because I was like, oh yeah, I remember that stupid question. Like, and how many, and that's the other thing, like how much time do you waste on, saying this or saying that, or responding to this. And I suppose you could make the argument that like making videos on YouTube is also like a waste of time, but at least you get paid for it. So, if you get enough subscribers. And heck, for me, I'm driving to work, so I'm doing two things at once. I might as well do something, and then I can listen to music on the way home. But yeah, it frees up so much time. It frees up your mind. Like, you're able to think. I mean, in a little ways, I did replace it with like Instagram, or like, browsing the news and, whatnot. I think it is, but I guess like those platforms, see, like I have a theory. All right, calm down, buddy. Gee whiz. See, I have a theory that your mind links to certain kinds of platforms, or like the user interface, or like the way that it's structured. And I really liked Reddit because it was reminiscent of like the old school like websites and HTML, and then they redesigned it to the new one. And you could probably still do the old like version of it, but that like led me off. And like I can only stand Instagram until until I'm done pooping. That's all I could do, and communicate a little bit on it. But now I hear something. I don't know where they are either. I gotta go. Oh, there he is. I see you. In the middle of the intersection, though, buddy. Don't want to block you because I was in the middle. Oh boy. All right, gotta focus on the driving. Oh man. You know, that's another thing in LA. Every single day I've always heard sirens. There's never not been a day where there's never been sirens. And you know, it's like two ways that you could take it, right? Depending on how you filter information, right? Like, one, you could say, oh, LA is a terrible place because it has emergencies every single day. And I'm like, well, yeah, because there's, 30 million people that live in what, a 70-mile radius, like on the coast, and not, wait, did I say 70 million or 17 million? I don't know how many people are in LA. But it's like you have so many people that you're going to have an emergency. It's just, numbers and statistics. So, but yeah, Reddit is, what is it? Like, yeah, don't miss Reddit at all. And in fact, I could probably cut out all the social medias and not worried about it. Maybe not YouTube. I think YouTube has taken over a lot of the mental space. And look, it's literally like, when my parents came home, they turned on the TV, they watched the news, they did their thing. I'm doing the same thing. Heck, I'm even working in the industry. Attention just goes to a different place, and when you cut something out that is bad for you, sometimes you'll feel it. Sometimes it'll be like, this moment of like, wow, peace. Sometimes you feel nothing. Sometimes you miss it, but not for Reddit, not in this case. I'm being very lazy today. There's this cement truck that's making a right turn. Now all the cars are passing me, but that's fine. I don't mind. They can browse Reddit, not me. But anyway, I'm coming up on work. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be safe out there, and keep on living life.